wrestle. That means endure. That means God cannot fail, and you're not going to give up. That's not an option for a child of God. This means you are going to be.
It's February 2025, and my last video is to be my last video. However, I want to take the opportunity for one, thank everyone for their comments of support and basically saying that they hope that that wasn't my last video. The comments and messages that I've been getting, I really appreciate. And one person even, I'm going to paraphrase, stated, well, why should they be punished because of the stupidity, the ignorance of society overall? And I really didn't know what to say to that, but I suppose I see the point there, because the people who do get what I'm saying get it. The ones, the majority who don't. And it's somewhat really frustrating when you see the world full of people, for example, who lack critical thinking skills, an extensive knowledge base, and cannot separate their emotions when making conclusions. This is the majority of society. And because that's the majority of society, that is the standard of society. Society would rather listen to nitwits, at best half-wits, than actually listen to someone who has something intelligent to say, unless that person, or perhaps even group, is sanctioned by those controlling everything, and they're promoted and people follow them. You know, I listened to this latest so-called fake hero in the protest of rubber, the convoy. I believe his name is Barber. And just skipping through some of his interviews, he has no idea what he's talking about, yet people listen to him. Because, as I've stated in other videos, people can relate to him because he's one of them. He's of the same class. But he has no clue what he's talking about. I'll give you an example when he's talking about how there's a lawyer suing for the $5.5 million that's sitting in some trust account. And he's saying that, keep in mind, citizens, and you got to think, he's using the word citizens, which is the enslavement term of the people. He's not even aware of that. But he's saying lawyers get 30%, and this guy's going to get $1 million. Well, for one thing, not all lawyers do. Some may at times. And it's not 30%, it's 33% if they decide to work off of contingency. But it's not a standard normal practice. And it's people like him that provide misinformation because he doesn't know, he doesn't have an understanding about perhaps what this lawsuit is about or anything. And he's just making statements, and yet people will listen to it and take it as gospel. And this is what really is frustrating. People will actually listen to people like him, praise him, promote him, rather than listen to logic, intelligence, etc. And yeah, it's frustrating to try to reach out to people, and then you'll read the title of these interviews, how the convoy beat the mandates. No. Again, I very clearly stated in 2020, 2021, and even in 2022 when it would end, and it did. But people are just so brainwashed, so socially conditioned, so psyopted, they can't see past it. People are just sheep. That's why I say there's NPCs on all sides. And there's a sliver in the middle looking at all sides going, yeah, you guys are all messed up. And this is on any topic. And I said long before 2020 how protests and marches and all these things never accomplished anything in history. And then along comes this great huge convoy, and people thinking that this Canadian convoy started everything all around the world. No, people were doing their own thing in other countries long before Canada. And there's a lot of misinformation out there about the convoy and the support that it was allegedly getting. But one of the biggest things that when I read the comment section is how people will say the convoy made them feel whatever. The key word is feel. People are going by feelings. People are making decisions on feelings. They're vetting information based on feelings. Your feelings is why the world is the way it is today and getting worse. But anyway, I really just wanted to take the opportunity to thank everyone for their kind words, their support, and their concern that my last video is my last official video next to this one, obviously. Who knows, perhaps I'll make videos again. We'll see. But I just really want to say thank you to everyone. And perhaps highlight another false hero, half-wit, nitwit. I wouldn't even give him half-wit, give him nitwit. This is the world we live in. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, oh, when is it going to get easier? When you die.